When it comes to productivity and getting the best out of people, how you treat them every day matters. People want to be happy and healthy at work. You want a productive team. The good news is it is the same things that achieve both. So we've got a win-win, and in this video I will tell you how. Hello, my name is Jenefer. I'm the founder of Silk Helix, and we are a HR consultancy supporting small businesses with all things HR, employment law and people management. If we want people to change their behaviour, we've got to change ours. We cannot make other people change, and we know that rewards as promises for change or promises for behaviour just don't work. Partly because people don't trust or value the reward enough to change their behaviour, and the reward really does need to match the effort in our own opinion. There are times when we'll work hard for something that we want to get in the future, but most often we want to see wins and benefits along the way. So if we're trying to change people's behaviour, asking them to change and giving them a reward later is unlikely to work. We need to change what we're doing now so that that results in a change from them. One-to-one meetings between individuals and their line managers are absolutely essential. I can't stress this enough. If you're not doing them as part of your everyday management, you need to do these, and you need to introduce them, and you need to give them a good amount of time, not just a 5-minute quick, oh yeah, this is what we thought you should do, this is what you did do, oh yeah, done, move on. This is giving them your time so that yes, you can discuss expectations and feedback, but also you can listen to them, you can get to know them, you can understand what motivates them, what they're looking for from work, so that you can use those things to motivate them to perform and do what you need them to be doing, as well as making the work environment a happier and healthier place for them. Just the nature of having those one-to-ones, giving them that time, will show them that they are recognised and valued, as well as what you say within them. So they have huge amounts of value on their own as a motivational tool. And then, of course, the information that you gain from them allows you to motivate even further. And that's because bringing your whole self, understanding that you just can't leave the personal at the door, and that we value our teams as whole selves, as whole human beings, is really important. It's something that has really changed in the work environment in terms of what people expect from their employer. And the reality is, our whole self matters. Many of us are dealing with challenges outside of work. That might be caring for elderly relatives, it might be caring for young children, it might be going through divorce or illness. And all of these things matter. They all impact us on a day-to-day basis. Equally, outside of work, we may be trying to develop new skills, hobbies, doing volunteering. We may just want to enjoy our life, our time with family outside of work. All of these things matter. Work is something that we do as part of our lives. It contributes to that, but it's not our whole lives. And yes, when we're at work, we need to be productive, but we're much more likely to be when our whole selves is valued. And fitting in with that is giving flexibility where you can. Now, I know not all businesses can, and the reality is, if a role really cannot have flexibility, people will understand that. They will be able to see that. They'll know that from the job they've gone into. So yes, you can decline flexibility if it really doesn't fit the business. But if there's ways it can do, and especially if you want flexibility from employees, then you need to be giving it, because life doesn't fit in neat little boxes. We get sick, we have accidents, washing machines flood kitchens, and they never happen at convenient times. We're frustrated when that happens. You're frustrated because we've called in sick. When we've got that flexibility can show that we value people as a whole, and that we recognise that there's a life outside of work, and that matters. Very quickly will people stop giving you flexibility if you don't give it to them. So if they're constantly giving, staying a bit late, doing a bit extra, perhaps doing a bit from home, and then when they ask to go to the dentist, they're told they've got to take a full day's annual leave rather than coming in an hour late, very quickly are you going to find that they're going to stop wanting to give you that flexibility, and they're going to work to rules. So do think really carefully around flexibility and how it can work for your business. And finally, don't let problems grow. The fastest way to demotivate and lose good people is to not deal with bad ones. And I get it. It's really tough telling somebody that they're not performing, dismissing somebody is really difficult. I've been there. I know the processes, I know the employment law, but yet it's still really hard to have that conversation and say to somebody, this really isn't working and we're going to have to end your employment. So I do really get it. But if we don't do it for that short-term gain of avoiding that conversation, then we end up with bigger problems, because we will lose good people, we will demotivate good people. And this person that's getting away with the behaviour that's negatively impacting the business will just grow in their impact, because as there's less good people around them, the impact of the negativity grows and your business ends up revolving around that. So you need to deal with those people, and you can deal with it. Often the fear comes not only from the difficulty of, I just don't want to feel like a bad person, I don't want to have to say this negative thing, but also the fear of employment law, the fear that you can't dismiss someone, the fear that you can't say they've had too much time off sick, for example. You can do these things. You've got to do it right, and we work with clients to make sure that they're following a fair procedure right from the very beginning. That's really important, but you can do it. You can take control of your business, and strongly recommend you do, because the negative impact of not doing it will just keep growing. So for a happier, healthier and more productive workforce, you really do need to focus on changing the way you're managing and leading people. When you do that, you will find that they follow. When you're setting really clear expectations, you're giving them time, having one-to-one meetings with them, you're listening to them, you're valuing them as a whole person, you're recognizing their contribution, they feel recognized, and you're dealing with problems within the team, you will find that your team grow, they are more productive, and they feel happier to be at work. You're far more likely to retain them, they're less likely to take time off sick. Keep following my videos for more tips on how to manage your team better, to have a happier, healthier and more productive workforce. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer them.